The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
Oh, this time on Nude Clan, we dream about making games while I struggle to play them.
Shall we play a game?
Welcome to another episode of Nude Clan, the video game podcast.
Where no one beats video games.
Where no one beats video games.
Where games are not done around here.
No. I am Joe.
I'm Caleb Craig.
I'm Cameron.
Caleb Schweiss.
And today I have pulled up some of the requirements for a gaming degree, and we're going to kind of go through those and play with those. But we also have like hog status and some questions to answer this week, so it'll be a fun day. It'll be a fun day for all of us. So, what has everybody been playing, Craig?
I've been playing some Battlefield 1 with the Cam, some Division, and started Parasite Eve 2.
Oh, how's that?
Not great.
Did you play 1? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was you and me, remember?
No, it was Joe and I.
Was it? Oh, I played with you guys. That's
Fuck are
right.
you talking
I remember.
about?
We use Nude Clan to play all the games that everyone bitches at us for not playing for Ultima. That's kind of what we do.
Caleb's memories have become your memories.
I remember playing it.
Yeah,
I remember playing it, and then I remember you playing it, and that's why. But yeah, it's
What the yeah, I played it. Don't you remember?
Yeah, we
reviewed
I
it.
played it with you guys.
Me and you, we
I
reviewed
just
it.
forgot that I
No,
was
Caleb,
the extra.
That
on
was
one.
the other Caleb. Duh.
But yeah, that's all I've been playing.
Are you sure you've been playing it?
Yeah, you sure it's not me?
Weiss, were you playing the Division all this week with Cameron?
I was not.
Okay. All right.
I do have some real memories then.
Yeah, your own thoughts.
Yeah.
That's good. Cameron.
Oh, yeah. So I've been playing The Division, and I've been playing Battlefield 1. I had like sort of a Battlefield 1 midlife crisis after I unlocked all the weapons and got the gold trophy. I'm like, now what do I do? What do I do with my life now? And the choice is like, you just need to buy all the weapons, get a kill with all of them, so I don't have purpose again.
Yeah, what I want you to do is I want you to unlock all the weapons and get one kill with each weapon in one match. So, like, play one of those really long matches and then just, like, whip out each different gun, just, like, go through the classes. Like, all right, got one. Respawn. Don't keep playing after you get one kill.
You have to redeploy?
Yeah, redeploy.
Fuck.
And then you pull out the next gun in that class and you just
Dude,
go
that's
through.
that's like 40 kills for just primary weapons.
Yeah.
And then you got to do the same thing with like all the knives and all the sidearms.
Yeah. And then the Colibri kill is going to be the cherry on top.
The ultimate match.
Yeah.
Okay, I have purpose again, something to stride for, and that's Caleb's approval, as it's always been.
Oh my God.
Aren't you better than him at that game right now?
Yeah,
though?
currently the stats say that I am better, but you know, they're just numbers, right? That's all they are.
Yeah. It's only slightly.
Only proof.
I think he's like 0.1 kills per life higher than me. So
you're at 1.1, and I'm at 1.22.
Oh, okay.
So he's 0.11 higher than you.
That's fair. That's fine.
But you know, it's not what it's all about.
No.
That's what it's all
It's
about.
all about the
That's
headshot distance and
The one thing, the luckiest fucking headshot distance on him. But then, yeah, I played The Division with Caleb, and that's a frustrating game, but challenging in its own way.
Very frustrating.
Especially when we decide to do something that's just a level above us. But I'm having fun playing it so far. It's a nice break from the first-person shooter to
to go to the third-person shooter.
Third-person shooter RPG.
Tom
MMO.
Clancy's Borderlands.
It's exactly what it is because I just got a weapon that if I have the right stats, it'll give me the ability, a 25% chance to catch an enemy on fire with my first shot. So it's exactly like Borderlands.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And you can get incendiary rounds, so you
Yep.
can just be like combining those things.
Oh my god. Is that it for you?
Yeah.
Have you been playing Batman?
No. I've been playing Mass Effect. That's what I've been doing.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the little squiggly shooter.
Another.
Did you figure out
cover-based
aiming a
shooter.
little better?
Just don't use a sniper. That's how you figure out aiming.
Okay.
That's exactly what you do.
Only use a sniper if you know you have time to kill someone, because you have to then
Yeah, you have to fight the sniper
do the
like
figure
all day.
do the figure 8 over the target, and just when it intercedes with the target, then you pull the trigger, and there's no bullet drop.
Intercedes?
Yeah, so you can't control it.
Intersects?
It's just and then you got them.
All right. Schweiss, what have you been playing?
Let's see. I did a bunch of Zestiria. I ended up completing it last night. I had to drop the difficulty, which I know is shameful.
What?
Yeah, you even asked the forum members for approval on that Lightning returns, right?
Well, that's different, though.
Yeah.
It's different.
We were
Is it
told
different?
Yeah, we were told by somebody to play it on easy,
Play it on easy.
and I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that. So no one told me to play this game on anything. You know what they told me? Nothing.
Yeah, just play it on normal.
Yeah.
Play it and
It's,
beat it on normal.
It was sick. The last fight was ridiculous. I could not do enough DPS. I didn't have enough DPS to take out the third form. I got through 2 of the armatization attacks with that final fight. The second of 3 final fights, but the third one's like a joke. Which is funny because the fucking the guide I was looking at was talking about the whole fight like it was a joke. It's like, this is more of a cinematic experience than an actual boss fight. I was like, fuck you, it is. This is awful. This is hell. Like, I did all of the extra fucking the optional missions to get the anomalous orbs to increase my health. Every one of those fuckers I did, and I still could not beat this last fucking boss. Like, nothing in this world equipped me to fight this guy. It was sick, but I was probably fucking up on my equipment setup, but it was rough.
God.
I don't really
Just
get
gotta have a good equipment setup.
I don't really get the board.
That's all you gotta do.
The board thing. I don't understand what that is. I don't know what it means. So
You
The
gotta
item
take a
board.
more look at it, because like it's
You got to take a more look at it. Schweiss.
a harder look at it, because
to look at more and
yeah,
stuff.
because like each item has like a certain like little thing that it will
You got to
do,
make sure that
and you got to line them up. So
you got to line it up, make sure everything intercedes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't that. When I dumbed down the difficulty, see what's funny is I dropped it before to easy, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna do this. I'm tired of this game. Like I like it. It's a lot of fun, but I can't do this final boss forever. I can't keep fighting this guy, right?" And I dropped it to easy, and I still got my ass pounded like relentlessly on easy. And I was like, "Fuck, man! Like I'm just awful at this fucking game for some reason." But I went out and leveled up and got some more equipment. Did a few fusing. I got like a second, I think, sword that was a really good one that I had the first version of. So I made like a +1, and it was pretty good. And then I really looked at my equipment, and I was like, okay, if I'm going to armatize, I'm going to get like more art attack. And I think that helped a lot. And then there was a spot that was kind of exploitable off to his right side. Or his left, the right of the map, and he didn't hit me very often over there, so I don't know. Plus, when I was on easy, he just went full retard, and he wouldn't hit anybody. Dude, like, she was standing right in front of him, and he couldn't hit her. I was like, fuck, dude, this is ridiculous. Shit wasn't happening before. He's like, easy, huh? You mean very hard? It just fucking ruins me. But other than that, I put some time into Battlefield, and I played some Diablo 3 last night with Alexandria, too, so I think that's about it. Yeah, everything else has been like cribbage.
cribbage.
Yeah, cribbage
Game of
cast.
points.
Yeah, game of points.
So, Zestiria is making me question my want
Sexual
to
orientation.
be on this show.
Oh yeah,
There's something about not having to play. I haven't touched Lightning Returns for 3 weeks, which is not good for Ultima.
No.
I did last week. I played Zestiria, but I didn't play it as much as I should have. And then this week I did play Zestiria a lot, I would say. I could have probably put 3 more hours into it if I was being, a little bit more disciplined about the time. But alas, that was not the case. This game that I'm 12 hours into, that is apparently
42 for
40
me
to beat.
Yeah.
It has broken me.
If you have Caleb help you with the board thing, you might have an easier time. So I got to the end at about 36 hours. So you're a third. You're a third of the way there. I did a bunch of extra stuff too, though. Like when I found the pill bug guy in that dungeon, I was like, this fucker's dead, man. This motherfucker killed me like 6 times in a row, and I just fucking went in there and I laid him out.
Yeah, so since Caleb did like a bunch of side stuff and had 40 hours on there, you probably can shave off like, I don't know, what, 5 hours?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, well, that'll help me.
But then he's not going to have those buffs for the last fight.
That's true. The health, you won't have that extra health boost.
Well, Caleb was like 16 levels ahead of where I was when I beat the game, and I beat it on normal because I'm not a pussy.
Fuck you.
Called out.
This is one of those things where I'm juggling a few different things in my life, and then the video games just become a little too much cream on the top. It's just like,
Well, we did it to
overflowing.
ourselves, though. Like
we did it to ourselves. So
because
this
we
is,
fucked up the order, and you and I did Parasite Eve not
2
too long
games
ago.
in a row.
And then Cameron and Caleb did whatever the fuck you guys reviewed last time. Darksiders. And then we had ours. So we fucked it up.
we did 2 games in a row.
So this won't ever happen again.
Fucking Lightning Returns is just gonna have to.
It's just going to have to wait.
It's just gonna have to wait. I mean, we beat 13-2 so quickly that I feel like it's okay, and there's more things to do on Ultima, like when there's not a review.
Yeah.
It's oh my god, this game is killing me, guys. It has nothing to do with the game itself. It's just that it's way fucking long, and it's like it's just the mental.
The mental energy.
There's like a
you have to
mental
put in
block
there.
with it too, where I'm like 40 fucking fuck. I want to watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I'm running into a mental block with Lightning Returns as well. So I know what you mean. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
It's
like
just
it.
too many games at one time.
I don't fucking like it at all.
As soon as we're done with these 2 games, it'll be like 1.5 games at a time,
Yeah.
which will be back to normal.
Well, I mean, when we got a few votes today.
And
but-
I'm gonna graduate in 1 month too, so that'll free up something. That'll be nice.
Then you have to go to fucking
this
job
whole
market.
month,
That's what you
though,
gotta
is
do.
just going to be you playing Zestria and Lightning Returns.
Yeah.
It really shouldn't
Well,
be,
you know-
but it will.
You know what comes next too, though. I mean, after we do Lightning Returns, we have Final Fantasy 14 again, which is the ultimate time sink.
Yeah, but at least it's fun and with other people.
Yeah,
So,
Zestria, you can't
not
even
that Zestria
stream.
isn't fun, but the thing that sucks about this, you can't stream, so I can't be on with listeners while I'm playing this game.
Yeah.
which is something that when I play a PS4 game is something I look forward to.
Yeah, it's
For
like
some fucking
demoralizing
reason,
when
like
you can't.
Zestria just doesn't let you do that. So
Yeah.
it's like back to being alone.
Yeah, apparently you can stream
More
some
alone
sections,
time.
and Caleb's been doing that. But
Yeah, some of the dungeons, some of the I think it's the Crucible fights. Crucibles.
So this game has broken me. I mean, I doubt I'm going to be able to beat it by next week either. I want to get
We'll figure something.
You just
out.
got to take one other day off of work and just.
a day off.
Yeah.
No one can take my shift. That's the problem with my work.
I'm pretty sure
now
if
you know
put them,
the,
I'm
what
pretty
I
sure if
was
you put
saying.
them in a bind, they'd find someone.
Oh, I have. I said I want the week of May 1st off. And I said I'm graduating and I don't care. I'm not going to be here. And they got it covered.
Exactly.
Just say, hey, I need to beat this video game, and I don't.
Just don't tell them it's a video
I
game.
really need to beat this video game, guys.
I'm going to be sick this week.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we have Final Fantasy 15 content that we haven't even played. Of course, you don't have the DLC though.
No,
so-
I don't.
But I haven't touched it. Like, just chilling there.
It's just Zestria, Troy, man. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah, we did it to ourselves though. We fucked up the order,
did.
which we should have not done. What we did, we should have not said, "Okay, we'll do it anyway." Because I was like, "No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll just do it. It's like whatever, right? It's cool. It's cool. It's fine. We got time. Like, it's, what are there? What there's like 40 hours of work a week, and then 40 hours of not work, and then 40 hours of sleep. What? That's no problem here." There's a fucking problem. And the problem came like last week when I was trying to beat this fucker before last episode, and like I felt the same thing. Like I was coming home and I was just fighting the final boss and I couldn't beat him, and like I was wasting all of this time. It was like when I was playing the Revenant Wings and I couldn't get past some of those mega bosses. You remember those motherfuckers? And like it was like an evening of just loss.
Don't
Like,
remind me of Revenant. That's a way worse situation.
What you should have seen was that one night that Schweiss decided to play Battlefield with me. How happy he was to be playing some other game. And that was like instant gratification that the Battlefield provides. He was just like a really happy guy that night.
yeah, the night before I died in the final boss and I just turned it off and I like chucked my controller under my TV stand. I'm like, fuck that game. Fuck that game. And I just walked upstairs.
I'm not even there.
I'm out of here.
God.
Yeah.
God, why?
But you know,
Okay,
it's-
you're gonna have to watch Game of Thrones on the smaller TV. I gotta play Zestria on silent while we're watching Game of Thrones.
all right.
That's what's gonna have to happen.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Definitely, yeah.
It's a rewatch anyway, right?
It is a rewatch of the first seasons of Game of Thrones into
Yeah.
the second.
Or
Welcome
like,
to Nude Clan,
what,
where
our
we complain
fifth
about the
time?
games we play. Welcome to the
You want to
Wonders
give us a
podcast.
game? Well, fuck you.
There's just other things going on, Cameron. You know about.
Oh, I know.
I know about
You know,
it.
I know.
Everybody
We
knows
all
about
know.
it except for the listeners. So that's what's.
We're just trying to make Joe great again, is what we're doing.
Yeah.
and
Try to make
it's a more metamorphosis he's
Oh
going
my
through.
god, dude!
Tremendous.
Okay, tonight is all Zestiria.
You wouldn't believe
I
the amount of
promise
time this game takes.
tonight, as soon as we're done with Ultima and I eat, it shall be Zestiria
We're
time.
gonna have to build a great wall between Joe and the Game of Thrones, so
Yeah.
he can play the Zestiria.
Without being distracted.
Nah, I can be distracted. It's all right.
Yeah, it's not. That's the fucking problem. Is it's easy until you get to the end, and then it's like, then it's not easy.
It's just,
I know what you mean, though. There's like this thing in the back of your mind because you know it's super long, and you're like, man, even if I dedicate the rest of my day to it, I'm only gonna.
I'm not even gonna be done.
Yeah, like it's.
I beat the fucking Last Guardian, which I fucking loved. I beat that basically in one night.
Yeah.
I just said tonight is the night, and it was done.
And you could do that with most games,
Yeah.
just not these ones.
Yeah, there's some that you can't. Yeah.
Whoo, that's longer than most Final Fantasies. That 40-hour mark, man.
Yeah, it's hefty. It's a
That's
biggie.
heavy.
I'm so excited.
I do love the battle. I
Yeah.
do love the battle system.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think it's even better than 15s, I would say. It might not be as fun as 15s, but I think there's more you can do with
If
it.
there were warping in it, I would agree with you.
Okay.
You like the warping?
The warping
Warp
in 15,
strike is
I
sweet,
fucking
yeah.
dig.
Yeah.
So it's almost the same system.
It is. There's more combos and stuff
There
with this
is.
one,
But the 15, I think, was a little bit better, in my opinion.
yeah, I think it's a lot more actiony. 15s, it's a lot more fast paced. This one's you got to be quick, but I just like the moves and stuff, like the way you can really customize what your character can do and like go in and like adjust.
Yeah, it is
accordingly.
Fit your
sweet.
playstyle. Do you
Yeah.
have to like adjust your character's playstyle depending on the boss you're fighting?
Yeah, there's some
In some
bosses
ways,
that
yeah.
have weaknesses and elemental
Yeah,
shit
so
like
you got to
that.
change like what you're using in order to fight them.
So it's fun. But
So we all know what everybody's been playing. Has anybody beaten a game?
fuck.
You got him off guard.
Yeah, he didn't know what he was supposed to be doing.
Did anyone
Twice
beat
you have
a
one job. Actually,
One.
Schweiss has a few jobs on the show.
It's true.
All right, we're gonna have to do the squeal later.
We ought to give the jobs to these other guys.
Yeah, if we have like a little
Wait, are
tablet with the drops right here.
Is
You
this
mean
the-
like a tablet like you own?
yeah.
Is this where we talk about the games that we
Like
have
one of
beaten?
those?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
one of those.
Okay.
Have all the
Games we
drops.
Oh my God! Finally,
Sorry. I had the window open, but like I'd click on it and then it would be like, oh, maximizing, and then it would maximize underneath the the Windows bar, and I'm like, oh, thanks. That's fucking grand right there.
Craig.
I have not beaten anything.
Yes.
Is that 3 weeks in a row?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Wow.
I know.
What's happening?
13.
Well,
man.
Did you have a
I
secret?
didn't even play it this week.
Describe your ailment this week.
Did you have a secret goal of actually losing to me? Because I know we joked about that, but
No.
is that like a personal?
It's like that was your goal to beat me, and then Cam's is to beat us.
My goal is to stay on par with Caleb until it's time to pull ahead, like the last win of the race. Just slam a few games in at the end there. Yeah.
nice. Get those. There's somebody like, all right, Indies. So what's the smallest game?
He just plays Journey because he didn't play it last year.
I just got to get, I want that to
Journey,
win in.
Flower.
I've won the hog once. Me. I've done it.
Yeah, that's.
Cameron.
It's a 1 year fucking award too. So you
And
can
I have
hold it
not
over
beaten a
his
game.
You stayed up with him. Okay.
I
I got too distracted. It was a game ADD where I was like, play this game, play this game, play this game. And that's what happens when you don't have to actually beat a game by a deadline. You just
also that's what happens.
find a
when you
reason not to keep playing.
have ADD. So yeah, it's hysteria. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations. I beat nothing this week. So, Hog with the host is as follows. Nude Clan Hog. Craig and Wilson are still tied for first with 6 games. Schweiss is second with 5 games.
Oh no, he's creeping back up. We got to beat
And
a
I
game
have
this
3.
week.
It's going to be a
you
little
do.
bit. I got lightning returns, and when I'm playing that on the stream, I can barely see it. Like it just looks so fucking awful on this screen with the standard def. So I hate it.
Okay. I'm sorry.
So I'm not going to beat it this week.
And because it's the first of the month, these are not April Fool's numbers. These are real numbers from people who have sent in their Hog.
1,000 points.
We're still reworking it. We just subtracted ownage Hog and just
Yep.
made it consumption Hog for now. Keep in mind what you own though, because there is another Hog that shall open up
Yeah, gonna have a separate hog.
soon.
the standing ownage.
I have to say, may the lists go on.
Yeah.
Okay. Nude Clan Hog is as follows in last place. Disa Auckland with 1 game beaten. Danny 83222, 3 games beaten. Felicia Nomiko 4 games beaten, and Troy Kavanaugh and True Hoax all tied for 4 games. I'm sorry, Felicia had 3. Whoops.
Aren't you at 3 as well?
I am at 3.
Okay.
Okay. Troy Kavanaugh is at. Wait a second. Yeah. Troy Kavanaugh is at 4. True Hoax is at 4. There we go. Schweiss and Connor are at 5 games beaten. Cameron, Craig are both at 6 games beaten. Third place is Corey with 9 games beaten. Abrac, second place, or first place if you don't count number 1 in second place. Abrac is at 15 games beaten.
Damn, triple.
And Jake.
And Jake
is at 27 games beaten.
Oh, okay.
That
How
is-
many times did you play Journey, Jake? Huh?
It's an annual play, Craig. Come on.
This guy are sick.
It's
he
like-
also doesn't count.
He's
so-
averaging how many games a month?
27. We've just completed 3 months, so 9.
Yeah, if he keeps going at this rate, he's going to blow
9
his
games
record
a
of
month.
52 in the
9
year
games.
out of the water.
You know, he has a lot. He has a huge backlog. And it's funny because I asked him today on the stream when I was streaming Lightning Returns this morning. I was like, when are you going to get a PS4? And he's like, well, when I finish my backlog. So keep in mind
Like
that.
never.
Yeah, keep in mind that he's still playing games that he hasn't beaten. He just has like a million fucking video games.
But how many hours are these games that he's beaten?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Because how much time does he have? I know how much time he says he has.
Yeah, which is 0.
How much time does he
Yeah, I
really
look in
have?
front of me and I see this 27 number as far as games beaten, and then I have to wonder, is that 0? No.
No, it's not.
But that's a shitload. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Super Hog. True Hoax 28. Troy Kavanaugh 37. Corey 45. Damn, Corey 45. Connor 88. Danny 83222 at 94. Felicia's at 141. I am at 145. Abrac is at 149. Disa Auckland is in third place Well, she's in 4th place, but it's 172.
Oh wow.
We got 3 hosts in the top 3.
One of those hosts doesn't count, though.
Schweiss is at
Fuck you,
191.
man. Oh wait, never mind.
Craig is at 261.
Oh,
And Jake is at 436.
you got to get those comics. Come on.
So, first place for the listeners, Jake doesn't count. Disa Auckland. Abrax in 2nd, and Felicia's in 3rd. So
he is a
congratulations, guys.
loyal listener though. He listens right away. So.
Oh yeah, he's definitely the loyalist of listeners.
The loyalist of listeners.
The loyalist of listeners.
Yeah.
Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. He's up there.
He's probably on the stream right now, just watching.
I couldn't get fucking anybody to listen to my fucking podcast. None of my friends would ever listen to my goddamn podcast.
You know what the secret is? You get them sent to jail, and then they're loyal to you for life.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Is this a story that we should be relating?
Yeah. Oh man. I don't know.
Maybe you should converse with said person who might be listening.
The one way. Okay, here. Just I won't go into details, but a great way to get loyalty out of someone is to get them really fucked over, and then just like come back like 5 years later, and then it's like, you know what? That's fine.
I'm sorry, what?
All right. So,
are you talking
all right, here's what happened.
no.
There was a time where Jake in high school, all right, we both had this friend who was this big fat fuck, and I don't like this
This
guy.
is a listener now.
No, he's not.
Oh, okay.
He's he was one of the dudes who we went to high school with, and I actually drank for the first time at his house. It was decent, but he's a fucker, right?
That was.
And there was he got someone to trade a PSP and a bunch of games for a Yu-Gi-Oh card. And this kid was like kind of off a little bit. He's like a little awkward.
Sounds
and-
like a Damas.
yeah, but he did that, and Jake was like pissed. He was like, "Fuck that, man! Fuck this! Like, how could you fucking rip this guy off for this piece of paper?" And so he got into this weird Robin Hood mentality where he was like, "I'm gonna get back at this guy for doing this," and I'm like, "Jake, dude, come on."
Jake.
He's like, "What are you doing?" And then like,
Jake, no.
yeah. And then he had this plan for me to like take the games back, and like he was gonna come get them. And I broke, and I told the other guy, and I was like, dude, I can't let him do this. He wants me to help him take your shit. And so he got busted doing it.
Turncoat Schweiss.
Yeah, I turned my cloak on him, but he's now a loyal listener. See, what you got to do is get the trust in, and then fuck them, and then they're yours.
Jake, you are.
Okay, Jake, that was dumb.
It was,
But
and
Schweiss, that was dick.
Schweiss is a dick, and he doesn't deserve your loyalty.
it was dick, but it was
We do, though.
It was the cure, though. Like it did cure him of his Robin Hood mentality. I do believe.
I've cured him of his.
You didn't have your
sentimentality.
free market speeches all ready for him back then?
No,
No, but the market says that it's worth a Yu-Gi-Oh card, so thus it is worth a Yu-Gi-Oh
what
card.
was said Yu-Gi-Oh card, and how much was said Yu-Gi-Oh?
I don't remember which one it was, but he was an asshole, and he did rip the kid
Blue Eyes
off.
White Dragon.
Like I agree that he did rip him off, but
This is my dark mage.
for me it was like I don't really like. I didn't, and the thing was I didn't really like the other guy, but then again, Jake and I were like rocky anyway because we were kind of fucks when we were in high school. We were like
Our relationship
real-
was on the rocks.
Yeah, it was. We were assholes to each other like constantly, right? So it was like, okay, which I don't want to steal from this guy. So
Did he
like,
ever call you a cunt and you get all pissed off at him?
No,
Throw some punches?
no, I never punched him. He's punched me though. He punched me at one time. Yeah,
You never punched Jake?
no,
The fuck?
no.
You're
He had
just
a
with
fucking
you.
ring on. He had his like Final Fantasy VII ring on. He punched me in the, punched me in the fucking temple. It was brutal. It was like, it was rough. I wasn't even making fun of him either. Like he thought I was. He thought I said something to him, and he's like, "Ding."
Loose
So,
cannon.
yeah. So he started it that day, and then it just slowly snowballed. But yeah, that's how you do it, though. You, yeah,
That's how you inspire loyalty?
yeah. You show them your power,
Okay.
and then you let it rest for a few years, and then you're just like, hey, I remember how much you love Final Fantasy. I got this.
You
Final
know how
Fantasy
white
podcast.
trash that story is, Schweiss?
It's pretty bad. You know, what's funny
Like, on
is
the scale, on like on the level of trash. Do you know just how white trash that story is?
Okay, what is the scale and how high does
Well,
it
I mean,
I will say
The
one
friend
thing.
that I was drinking with in high school, my friend punched me in the face because he thought
It
I
sounds
said
like-
something to him.
No, that was totally
And-
unrelated.
And I snitched on him.
That sounds just like a normal high school.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, for
Well, you say
certain
white
people.
trash, yet
It's a little white trash, like the
Maybe in
crime
your
part
shelter,
is-
maybe in our sheltered
is
high
white
school
trashy.
experience, in our sheltered little town. But I've
Yeah.
heard some stories that top that.
Well,
so.
I wasn't in a white trash neighborhood. I was in a nice old people
yeah.
neighborhood.
Well, you know, I don't know. I feel like assuming I was ever white trash is a fallacy. Yeah. You live, this guy lives under my stairs, and you sleep next to me.
that sounds like a story that would have come from my relatives who live in a trailer.
They did do, okay, the dude did live in a trailer.
Okay.
He
Dude,
did.
you were gonna rob?
No, I wasn't going to rob him.
I was, okay, the dude
I was
Jake
never
was
going to
gonna
do
rob.
it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So there you go.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I don't even have to. Honestly, you could have said that story about anybody I didn't know, and I would have known that guy lived in a trailer.
Yeah. It was, yeah. Yeah.
I was just saying.
That's what happens, man.
It's a mind reading. It's like a, I can't think of words today. Just don't worry.
Dude,
about
what the fuck were we talking about?
questions? You got any questions?
We do. Yeah, we got a question here. So,
way off track.
show opener lyrics. This is a fun one here. It's from the Scott Spot. Hey guys, I like the show intro, but unfortunately, I think the lyrics are a little hard to understand. Can Joe or whoever give me the correct lyrics?
Okay.
Only doesn't he have the lyrics?
What
right there?
lyrics
Here's what he
does
thinks.
he think they are?
He thinks it's "Shall we play a game?" That's correct.
That's correct.
Hey, listen, of course. Whoopsie, yes. You've got 7 things to do. It's several.
Oh, hold on. Don't correct him yet.
Yeah, this is
Okay, how about
let's
we
let him
just
sing the
okay.
song. Yeah,
You've got 7 things to do.
You've got your kids in school.
You've got your kids in school.
What do you do
What do you do
when it's all over?
when it's all over?
How do you hand something from one player to another? That's right.
That's correct.
Should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light, of course. Turn on your TV, pick up the controller, and play some games with the Nude Clan.
Okay, that was pretty close.
And then let's get naked in here, which is, I believe, the actual lyric, but I think it sounds like "let's get naked with," come get naked with me is what it sounds like to me.
Oh, what?
Come get naked with me.
Okay, you're all wrong. That's one thing.
That's what I hear.
You've got several things to do. You've got work, kids, and school.
yes.
What do you do when it's all over? I don't like the guy who covered our song. He
didn't
had
have
that
a-
sentence a little iffy too. So I'm wondering, does it really sound like I'm saying something else in there? That's interesting.
Yeah, that one.
Because to me, I hear it very clearly, but then again, I
because
recorded it.
yeah.
You've got work, kids, and school. So it's
Yeah.
like a list of things you have to do. And then when it's all over,
You play Tales of Zestiria for an hour
you
a
play
week.
this Hysteria for an hour a day, not a week. I would argue. And turn on the TV, pick up the controller. TV. Yeah, that's all. Did you say TV or something like that? Wasn't that the lyric? Turn on the TV, pick up the controller. Turn
Now he doesn't know.
the controller. I'm making sure it's the, not your controller, because the controller, and play some games with the Nude Clan. We're gonna get naked in here.
Wow.
We're gonna get naked in here. Want to listen to it to make sure? Because I'm pretty sure. We're gonna get naked in here.
We could run through it again.
Play the intro again.
all right.
This is where the
We'll
episode
just get ready
really
with
starts.
the pause and play button. So we'll.
Oh fuck! It's in a different area, motherfucker, man. All right,
Man, you should have been prepared for this.
fuck you.
Okay.
Shall we
play a game?
Okay, listen, of course.
Toasty. You've got several work, kids, and school. What do you do when it's all over? Sing 50 more before you do another. Dark hole with Ronnie. It's the controller, okay.
Yeah.
We're
I always thought
very
it was Let's.
quiet.
I thought it was Let's.
There's no lets in
honestly.
there. There's no consonant in that, or no hard consonant in that.
It's
part.
like really the fade
We're
in
gonna get
throws it
naked in here.
throws it off though. I
Yeah.
can't even hear you say we're. It's just
Yeah, but it's not. It's not get naked in here, which would have been let's.
or maybe come get naked with
'Cause it
me
could be
is what
the
I was thinking. Come
Get naked in here.
We are gonna get naked in here. I swear to God, guys, that's what
I heard it that
Okay,
way. So
there-
that's good.
there you
All right.
go.
It is confirmed. Joe did the intro, and those are the official lyrics. We'll put up a lyric sheet on Amazon Music, of course.
It's
where
too
the
much. Too much.
Song can be found.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah, it'd be awkward for people to just listen to the introduction to our show, though.
Like you could listen to it 100 times through the episodes we have.
Yeah, seriously.
Honestly, by now I'd probably know how far I had to skip just to get into the content.
Content.
Yeah. Well,
All right, so
we
all
do
this
have content.
I do have another. I do have another question here that I do want to dive into. Movies you don't like that everyone else loves.
See, I don't like this question.
Shinru says, I think The Usual Suspects, Frozen, and Seven are extremely overrated films. I love the actors involved, and that's about it. Though the plot in the films, thought the plot in the films was very generic and done many times before and after in a superior way in other movies.
I've never seen the plot for Seven repeated. In
Yeah,
a movie
I haven't either.
Before Seven.
Zodiac is similar, but that was after.
Yeah.
And the same director.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Which one do you think is better, though, Zodiac or Seven?
Zodiac, honestly.
I think so, too. It's a
Yeah.
lot. It's, man.
I do love Seven, though.
Yeah.
It's a little different because Seven's kind of a brutal movie and Zodiac's like a crime
Yeah, it's really
drama
It's really dark,
that's
but
not brutal. As brutal. No, there's a stabbing scene that's pretty brutal in that movie. I forgot.
yeah, not as brutal as
And then
the.
there's like the part where he's like, before I kill you, I'm going to throw your baby out the window. Then it cuts. And I'm like, what?
yeah.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
What? No,
Yeah.
that's a different movie.
That's Seven.
That's Seven.
I know.
So he said he feels
why I
like he's
said
in the
that.
minority with his opinion, and he usually sees these movies getting like 8 through 10 ratings from people. He's seen Seven. People say Seven's the best movie ever made, best in the genre, and it just annoys him.
It's a good movie.
I thought it was very boring and one of 1,000 other similar movies that did the whole detective thriller with religious motif killer way better. Usual Suspects. I like the actors involved. Felt like the movie was very poorly paced. I've never even seen that. So.
I dig the hell out of that movie.
I predicted the twist reveal in like 20
Shinru's right.
minutes.
It's all movies I love that he hates. That's
And
what
the
he
movie
says.
is over in 2 hours. He says he always feels like he's missing something when people call it the best Disney movie ever made for Frozen. This is where I agree. I don't think Frozen is that great of a movie, personally. I think it's a good movie, but if I were to choose like the best Disney movie out of that area, I would definitely say Tangled. Tangled is way funnier. It might not have as good of songs, but I enjoy the experience way more. Like, I don't feel like watching Frozen like on a whim, but Tangled is fucking hilarious.
I think the only reason that Frozen is like as popular as it is because of its songs.
yeah,
Yep.
That is the only reason.
it's got some great
Frozen
music, but
is a good movie, but it's
Love that
not
Snowman.
the best movie.
yeah, the Snowman is pretty great.
Snowman is awesome.
And I think the only reason people really hate the movie is because everybody keeps playing the songs or because they like, oh, it's the best movie ever.
Yeah.
And so they don't actually hate it because they dislike the movie itself.
So, what are the movies or some movies that you don't really like that seem to be loved by everyone else?
Okay.
I don't like The Matrix.
Fuck you.
Are you serious?
Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I did tell Joe that the third one's shitty, but it is. It
I don't care if you hate the sequels. I understand.
The action is sweet when they're like killing the bird things and the suits. Like I thought that was
remember
awesome.
the first time I watched The Matrix, I was just like, I could not get enough of
I
it.
jizzed in my fucking pants. When was the last time you watched The Matrix?
When was the last time you and I watched The Matrix?
We've never watched The Matrix together.
Yes, we have.
The high school, maybe?
No, we watched it when we lived in Orem.
Why did you ask him and then give
I don't know
Okay, hold on,
specifically
hold on.
what year it was.
I do remember watching The Matrix and you being in the room and not watching it with me. You were just in the room.
No, I told you. I told you I didn't
Was he
like The
making his-
Matrix, and then you forced me to watch it.
Was he
with
making
you.
his little noise when he was in there?
Probably back then, yeah.
But yeah, I don't like The Matrix.
Involuntary.
Yeah, when he's watching movies.
Why the
Fuck
fuck
you.
don't you like The Matrix?
Yeah,
No
I just-
one.
I just don't like it.
Why?
What about it do you not like? Like what little thing? Like the
Because it's everything he loves.
I'd have
And
to
it's
go
better
into
than
a,
everything he loves.
I'd have
That's
to
why.
go into a very large list of why I don't like The Matrix. But I just don't like The Matrix. I like the fighting in it; it's cool.
All right.
But I don't like The Matrix.
I don't think it's as great as these guys think it is, but I wouldn't
don't
say I
think so.
don't like it.
I think it's one of the best sci-fi movies ever made. Oh my god, guys, The Matrix is amazing.
Dark City is better.
It's not a comparison
I'm
game.
just saying. It's better. It's like the same movie.
Well, yeah, Alien is better too, but like, who cares?
No, but dude, Dark City and The Matrix are like the same movie.
They are, but
Are they?
Dark City doesn't have kung fu.
No, but it has like psychic powers.
And like I've said with the Matrix versus Inception argument, they're the same fucking movie, but one of them has kung fu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's good kung fu, and it's great. It
is good
so
kung fu.
good. And fuck,
I think that, yeah, Alistair in the chat said, who cares about the sci-fi aspect of Matrix? I like the philosophical aspect, and that's why I like the first one a lot. And like after that, it's like, well, it's in the same
yeah, the
boat
second
because
with
it's
its
the sequel.
cave rave is
Cave Rave is one of the worst.
It's the worst thing ever.
So much flesh. Someone else says Lion King. I love Lion King, but
Lion
I
King
think
is a good movie.
Lion King and Hercules were my favorite growing
as
up.
a kid, yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
What do you hate though that everyone normally loves? I've got
What
a
do I
couple.
hate that? Well,
I
it
do
was
too.
Transformers, but everybody kind of went to my side slowly on that.
On Transformers.
On Transformers.
Yeah.
In
Oh
high
Jesus.
school,
What
I did not
about
like that
fucking
movie.
Pirates of the Caribbean?
Oh,
like
God.
after the first movie, it's like they took all the quirkiness of one and they're like, you know what? Let's do another movie just off of this. And then they're like, you know what? Third one, same thing, but even quirkier. And I'm
I
like,
would argue that that's a very popular opinion, not to like the second two Pirates movies.
okay,
I
that's
think
fair.
so too.
Critically, it's not. The first one is like, okay, I like the concept. But then I see the trailer for the new one, and I'm like, oh, wow. They're walking underwater, huh? The zombie undead
God.
underwater.
Yep.
Oh,
Did
it's
they do
not
that
like
in the first movie?
Yes, they did. And it was cool, but it's like, why? Why are you doing it again? Like, it's not cool anymore. It was cool when I was like 15.
The Avengers. I don't hate it, but I didn't.
I understand
I
that.
thought it was just kind of I just thought it was kind of middle ground.
I would agree with that.
I
I
didn't-
mean, I like the movie,
I
but
did
it's
not dig
not.
the hell out of it.
Everybody loves that movie, but it's not as good as everybody thinks.
Yeah, I've only seen it once, and I didn't
It's
watch
the same
second one,
plot
so.
as Transformers. It is the
It is.
same plot.
It's
That's
got
true.
The, it's got the cube thing.
Unfortunately, 2 wasn't the same. I don't think because it didn't have superhero heaven like that fucking second Transformers movie with Robot Heaven. I thought that was so dumb. I was like,
You don't like
Jesus.
Robot Heaven?
No, it's ridiculous.
What about Robot Jesus? Do you like him?
Robot Jesus died, man, and it wasn't like it was
Did he come
brutal. No,
Was it
I don't
3
think
days
he did.
later?
Yeah. No, it's a lot longer. But and they had to replace Shia LaBeouf with
Here's why I don't like this question, Shinru. It suggests that we all must hate movies. It just starts with that. Let's start with our hatred of movies before we go into this discussion.
Well, you don't have to hate
And
it.
I would rather. I think the more interesting question is, what movie Do other people hate that you love?
We could do both. We could do both
I
here.
prefer that question so much more, just philosophically. It just feels
I
better.
think we could do both.
It feels better.
Just to make it an
Feels
even
better.
playing field. I would say
I don't want to shit on movies.
I don't like, and I didn't like Juno when I watched it. I thought it was stupid. I thought it was boring.
What?
Yeah.
I've never seen Juno. So.
That is the most bizarre statement I've ever heard in my life.
I could not stand to sit and watch
I can't
that movie
believe
any longer.
you could not stand Juno.
No, I
That
couldn't.
confuses the shit out of
Juno
me.
is a pretty good movie.
It's like
I don't know.
really well written. It's really funny.
And then I would
Jesus.
say, for the opposite, a movie that I like that no one else does. I don't know.
How well was Tokyo Drift received?
I don't know.
People hate on it?
No idea.
Because I actually
Never
kind of
saw
enjoy
it.
it. So
I don't know. Check Rotten Tomatoes. I guess.
That's a Fast and Furious movie, right?
Yeah,
Fast and
it's like
Furious
the-
3.
Everybody loves those movies.
I think they love them a lot
Literally
more.
everybody loves
I think
those
they love him
movies.
a lot more since that dude died. So
I've never watched a single one.
I have seen
Tokyo Drift has a 37 on Rotten
I
Tomatoes.
kind of like the
That I think that was the last one I
drifting.
watched.
Oh,
That
but
movie.
like, look at that. The audience is like 70%. So yeah, everybody loves it
Oh,
except for like critics.
I guess everybody hates Kung Pao Enter the Fist except for those who love it. And I am in the
yeah.
I'm in that
enjoy
area
movie.
of people who fucking love
At work,
Kung
I
Pao Enter the
showed
Fist.
my manager the preview for it because everyone knows the cow scene. Everyone knows that.
Well, the cow
fucking,
scene is the least funny scene in the
I know,
movie,
but
and it's
then
the most famous scene.
And then I had him watch the trailer for it, and then the baby rolling down the hill.
yeah, that was funny.
So cute, so cute. Goodbye. And he's just sitting there shaking his head the whole time, just like this movie is
you
like
have no
if
humor.
a high school
you have
student
no
would
sense of
make
humor,
it.
you little fuck.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 really funny scenes in that movie. I'll give it that.
The one boob.
Someone said thoughts on Ted. I think we all liked Ted, didn't we?
Yeah, I like Ted.
Yeah.
I'm not that big of a fan of Seth MacFarlane's. Well, I'm not a big fan of
Family Guy. Yeah.
I do like Seth MacFarlane. I don't like Family Guy very much, but Ted was really funny.
Yeah, I never saw the sequel, but
I haven't either.
I think that one's it's good.
I think I have seen the sequel. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Seen
I have.
Ted too?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah.
Oh, Terminator. I think Terminator, the first Terminator, is a fantastic movie, and most people don't think it's that
No,
great.
people
Dude,
do
a
think-
lot of people like
a lot
Terminator.
of people like Terminator.
Well, I know
Twice,
T2 is.
I am the person who does not like the first Terminator.
Oh, okay.
Hardly at all.
I fucking love it. It's sweet.
The ending part where they're in the like the factory. Or
yeah. The metal porn.
That part
thing.
was sweet.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome.
You know how bad the fucking acting is in that movie? It is unbearably bad acting in that movie.
Well, yeah, but I mean, so is
It's so bad.
so is the stuff in Evil Dead.
It's like cringeworthy. No, it's like just makes the guy who comes back to Sarah Connor, and she doesn't do that good of a job in that movie either. Like she's just way better in the second Terminator than that first one. That it's soap opera-y and it's awful and it's hard to watch. I'm sorry, I don't like the first Terminator. I love the second one. I do not like that first one.
Yeah.
That's the one. Thank you for bringing up Terminator because I was having problems with this question. Like, I usually like most movies that I see, even if I thought they were kind of mediocre. Like,
Yeah.
I liked them. Terminator's what I don't feel that good about Terminator.
what gets annoying is when people
Terminator 2 though.
when people really like love and dote on something and like you just don't like it. That's when it becomes a problem.
Oh,
That's
like
when
Terminator.
that's when you want to shit on it. Yeah, it makes you want to shit on it. It's like I don't hate it, but Jesus Christ, you people are saying it's like
That's kind of how I feel about The Matrix. Joe blows it constantly, and I'm like,
like it's the
dude,
second coming of film and
It is. And I came in my pants twice.
yeah.
It was literally the second coming.
So it I think that's one that I don't know. As far as movies that I like that most people don't, I don't really know if I can think of one. I used to like AVP a decent amount, and then I watched it with Cameron, and I was like, God, dude, this is like
Yeah, I turned that on the other day.
Oh, did you turn it on? You watched
And
it the
I
other
forgot
day?
that I'd watched it before, and then I'm like, this seems strangely familiar. But I've forgotten most about it, so...
I don't mind AVP.
Yeah,
I don't
the-
think it's like amazing.
The slow mo is just.
Dude, there was this one part where they're finally outside in the snow, and then the mother alien's out there too, and then the predator just does this ridiculous little jump. Like, I can't even describe it, man.
Yeah, it looks so wrong.
I have not seen that movie since high school, but admittedly, in high school, I watched it like 12 times. So I remember the plot.
Yeah.
I don't remember what you're talking about.
I'll have to find that.
I
one
watched it a
scene.
bunch in high school too. Like I know, but
Okay. What's a movie that you like that other people don't like? Craig,
I can't think of one.
anybody?
I was saying Fast and Furious, but apparently people like it.
Yeah, I do. Everybody loves that series.
What about? I had an idea of a movie, but I lost it when I thought about Fast and Furious.
I'm a Godfather 3 apologist.
Oh, you know what? Apparently, apparently everybody shits on Ponyo. And I love Ponyo.
No one shits on Ponyo. I think it has
Dude,
like a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
in our PlayStation chat, everybody's like, Ponyo is shit. It's like the worst movie. And I'm like, Ponyo is amazing. Like, what the fuck? It's like not his best movie, but it is amazing.
There's a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fucking
That's,
good. Okay,
What
Real
about
bad.
what about the Rush Hour films? What are those at?
Those are low.
Because
Yeah,
I kind of
Those
like
are low.
those.
I love
dude, Rush Hour is awesome.
I love those first two, and
As
I
a
like
kid,
the third one.
man, I was so like there was that in Star Wars growing up that I would watch as a kid.
I
love Jackie Chan.
I had Rush Hour 1, 2, and The Mummy on one VHS,
oh, nice.
and I ran that thing out.
Yeah, I watched The Scorpion King a shitload when I was young.
See, I couldn't stand. I
Scorpion
couldn't, I
King
couldn't
is
watch
terrible.
It. I couldn't
I know.
watch it.
No, I was trying to convince. It was either Caleb or Cameron. I was like,
It's Caleb.
Yeah,
I was
you're trying to
convincing
convince me.
Caleb. I was like, dude, no, that's an amazing movie.
But no.
I'm like, dude,
Caleb,
no. I know.
When did you
it's
see
not a
it
good
last?
movie.
And then he's like, I don't know. It's been a while. He's like starting to doubt his thoughts. And I'm
No,
like, no,
I
it's
never,
okay. It's
I never
awful.
doubted it. It is a garbage movie.
It's got a Sweet Godsmack song in it. That's
It's
about
true.
all it's got going for it.
it does have that sweet Godsmack song.
But yeah, Air Force One I think is a great movie. I think it's decently received, but the soundtrack is amazing. So
Air Force One. Huh?
yeah, I watched
That's
the
Harrison
fuck
Ford,
out of
right?
that movie
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
I remember watching
and then
movie,
that oh shit, that's William H. Macy.
It's got a 76.
It was you.
78.
But
78.
you know, there's some good stuff, but there's some the really frustrating thing is you get these movies that and I don't know if you guys had this, but in Springville everybody would quote Monty Python like it was
Including
fucking-
myself.
like
yes.
it was the only thing that ever existed and ever
Caleb-
will exist.
Caleb and I in the 8th grade, we hit that hard.
I fucking hate you people for that. Like that's all I would ever hear.
Yeah.
And like I didn't want to watch
That's
the
because
movie.
not enough people were quoting Kung Pao. I had a small group of friends, and all we would do is quote Kung Pao and Monty Python, but they were like both on the same level of quotability.
But what's awesome is even then, even with all that shit, every time I watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail, I laugh my ass off. So it was worth the quotes. It just made me shy away from the movie for years and years because it's like I don't need to watch it. I don't
in
know what
high
happens.
school for my film project, I did a whole thing on the whole Monty Python crew, and I watched The Life of Brian, stuff like that.
Dude, those other
I
Monty
love
Python
The
movies
Life of
are
Brian,
awesome.
dude.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Life of Brian is great. The Meaning of Life is pretty good, too.
Yeah,
Let's see what the listener said. Corey
I
said,
want them to shit on more movies. It hurts.
yeah, it used to be Man of Steel, but I think the hate of that movie has caught up and past how I feel about it.
Oh, I kind of like
You
Batman
haven't,
v Superman.
you haven't seen Man of Steel?
No, but
Oh, I do hate Batman versus Superman.
I kind of like it.
I hate it.
I kind of like it.
And Suicide Squad.
Never seen it.
Suicide Squad is just a superhero.
It makes me
music
sad
video.
though because the guy who directed and wrote Suicide Squad, I fucking love End of Watch. He wrote and directed that. It was so good.
Is that the one with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah.
He looks like Barack Obama to me on the cover for some
he
reason.
shaved his head.
He looks
Him
like
and
the
Michael Pena.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've seen the case of it, but I've been like,
it's on our Voodoo.
oh, one
Or it
day.
or it should be at least.
One day. So yeah, Man of Steel, X-Men: Days of Future Past. He was so
haven't seen
excited
that
about
one.
this concept, and when it was getting good reviews, he got even more excited, but then he watched it and immediately thought it was overrated. 1989, Batman and Batman Returns. Also, I think
fuck you.
Also, I think the hate has caught up with these.
No, they haven't. Everybody loves those Batman movies.
There was a guy on Facebook who was like, Batman 1989 sucks. And I'm like, really? Like,
Dude,
so-
Batman
I didn't know-
1989 is a fucking good
I
movie,
didn't know
okay?
that there was suddenly backlash for the Michael Keaton Batman. I had no idea. And then I like that movie a
Yeah.
lot.
If
It's like, it looks like shit now. And I'm like, fuck you, man.
Well, it's like, yeah, so does, fucking the trip to the moon, you dumbass. Like, it doesn't mean it's just, oh, I can't watch it. It doesn't have words. I have to read it.
God, dude, I hate that point. I hate people who are like,
Yeah, I think they're...
it's not that you have to like that movie, but I hate people who say like, oh, the special effects suck or it looks old and thus I won't watch it.
If they suck
it's
for the
silent
day,
movie,
then you
black
can give
and
it
white.
shit.
yeah, black and white, I'm not going to watch it.
If they suck for the day, I
I'm
think
going
you
to
can...
suck a dick.
If they suck for the day, I think you can shit on it. Kind of like in
masturbate.
like in Mortal Kombat with that fucking
Reptile?
That was cringeworthy.
that was terrible.
In that movie, they had
That movie is bad though. Like,
It is.
yeah.
It is bad, but that is like...
And it's bad a lot faster than the other movies
They
that
could
are
have saved
video
money
game based.
by making Reptile look like Scorpion and
I'll give you
Sub-Zero.
a movie that looks like the production design was not as good. Cameron watched most of it with me, and it was Enter the Dragon, and it was the movie that they fucking copied the shit out of for Mortal Kombat,
Dude,
right?
Enter the Dragon
is
was
amazing.
an amazing
Okay,
film. I
the
loved
movie
it.
Enter the Dragon, not a perfect movie by any stretch of the imagination. It's got some really dated stuff in it. The script and the acting is not great, but there's something about it that makes Enter the Dragon like a decent movie.
It's like a
And
James
just-
Bond kung fu tournament movie. It's
Sure.
awesome.
But the thing is, like, you could be 10 minutes into Enter the Dragon, it's already better than Mortal Kombat.
No, but if you've recently watched Mortal
And it
Kombat,
has that scene with all the ADR with like the old Asian guy who sounds like a voice actor, like for a commercial.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
Mr. Lee, let me, and he talks like that, and it doesn't match his face,
Lee.
and it's still better than Mortal Kombat.
dude, and when you've recently watched Mortal Kombat and you watch them all get on the boat to go to the, it's like, oh my god, what a shameless
Same
rip!
movie. It's a rip-off, and it's not as good.
Exactly.
So I used to watch Batman Returns a lot as a kid, and I really enjoyed it. I haven't seen it for so
the
long.
one I saw the
Batman
most as
Returns
a kid
pretty
is the Mr. Freeze, and
That
That's
one's-
Batman and Robin, and
that's the one I
garbage.
watched the most as a kid. That's
Yeah.
the one I
Batman and
watched
Robin is
again and
terrible.
again.
Yeah, I watched it a lot.
Holy
too.
rusted metal, Batman!
I tried watching Batman Forever a couple of years ago, and I was just like, I didn't watch it as a kid, so I was blindsided
for
by
me-
how
Yeah.
corny that movie is.
For me, as a kid with George
Batman
Clooney,
1989 and Batman Returns are the two.
for me
good
as a kid
ones
with
from
George
those-
Clooney, and
those
then
old
that
ones.
soundtrack though to me is more Batman though, because that was the movie I watched as a kid.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the movie I haven't seen in a long
Well, it
time.
sucks
so
because
maybe
the-
that is the movie I like. that everyone
that shit
hates.
upon is one of the worst movies ever made.
Yeah,
a lot.
I love the
I
art.
just remember it as a
it's,
kid.
It's one you love.
I'm
There you
looking
go.
I'm looking at through the film of childhood is what I'm doing.
Well, I love the gothic like building style of Arkham's.
When he
of
fucking
Arkham
rides
City.
the
It looks
Batman
awesome,
car
but
up
it's
the
just-
up the side of the building, just with the little harpoon launches. I'm like, oh, as a kid,
I like Jurassic Park: The Lost World, despite the Rotten Tomatoes score being really shitty for it.
Yeah.
I like it still. We watched it last time or a few weeks ago, and I'm like, yeah, I still like this movie.
Yeah.
It's
I
the
like it.
gymnast scene.
I
which
had
is
tape
dumb,
on
but
my
I still liked
lips.
it.
I had tape on my lips. Just that's how come I could kiss Poison Ivy.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was it tape or was it wax? I think it was
tape.
wax.
No, he just pulls it off and like the tape. Yeah.
All right. So he says Transformers. Okay.
She
Armor.
didn't fucking notice the tape as they were kissing. She's so surprised.
Yeah. She's never been kissed.
No, he doesn't. It's not tape. He says rubber lips. You remember
Okay,
that?
okay,
He takes
yeah.
it off. She's like rubber lips.
Oh, she had to kiss her that bad.
Yeah. It's,
Okay, I remember more now.
Poison is only on the lip
Yeah.
edge, by the way. It's not anywhere. It didn't move
And she's-
anywhere else.
Yeah, she's like, we did French, and he looks over to him again. He's like,
There was no salival.
flaw in your plan.
Like there was no salival. There was no transfer of fluids there. It was just straight up dry lip.
Dude, and
a peck.
the whole fucking underground motorcycle scene with the glow in the dark paint everywhere. I
don't
loved
remember
that
that
as
at
a
all.
kid. Okay, I have to watch this again. Okay, I'm
I
gonna
have
do
the
it.
movie.
He
Okay.
has it. It'll be
Yeah.
on Vudu soon then.
Okay,
So, yeah.
We
got
will watch Batman and Robin again, and I'm sure it's terrible.
we should do a commentary on it. Is what we should
Batman
do.
We should do all the
Oh
Batman
my
movies. That'd be an awesome
That would be
idea.
fun. We got
I also
Armageddon.
have all the Superman movies.
Armageddon is not
Love
great.
Armageddon or hate Armageddon?
He hates it.
Oh, I don't. I mean,
I think it's okay.
a popular movie. I don't think it's like a critically well received movie.
It's not. It's The Rock. He hates. I think that's a fun movie. It's super
I was
quotable.
disappointed by The Rock when I watched it. Also, the car chase scene. In the middle of the car chase scene, I realized they were doing a camera move on it that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
For what they were trying to achieve. And if this was a visual podcast, it would tell the listeners exactly what happened. But
Yeah, it's like a zoom in.
They were
It's like a
like-
shaky cam, zoom in,
they
zoom
were-
out, zoom
so
in, zoom
the
out.
actors aren't fucking moving inside the cars when they're doing their car chase, but the camera is moving up and down, and then they're racking back and forth on the zoom.
Yeah, it looks.
And I was like, as soon as I noticed what they were doing, I'm like, I'm out. I'm out of this car chase. I can see exactly what they're doing on the camera
Yeah.
side. And it's like, we're going to create movement by just making chaos
Yeah.
with the camera.
He hates Bad Boys and pretty much every
like
other
Bad
Michael
Boys.
Bay movie.
I dislike the Bourne movies for the camera movement.
Yeah, I think the third Bourne movie is awesome. As
Just
fuck.
like the first Bourne movie. Oh man.
The first one's the one without the shaky cam.
Okay, which one was the one with the tons of shaky cam? Is it the second
second
one?
one.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
the one I dislike.
the
'cause it's
second
just
and
like-
the third one, the Paul Greengrass
I'm moving
ones.
my head around
Wait,
like
didn't
crazy.
you like
Yeah.
Captain Phillips?
Captain Phillips. What?
Have you even seen Captain Phillips?
I don't think I've seen Captain
Oh, okay.
Phillips.
It's the same director and it's like the same style of shooting, but
Okay.
I think Captain Phillips is great. So I thought you did like Captain
Corey
Phillips. I'm the
doesn't.
captain now.
I'll have to watch. Oh, I had not seen that.
Oh, you haven't seen that?
I've seen the one I
Fuck.
did see was the one where he lands the plane because it's the same.
no, it's not the same movie.
That's Clint Eastwood.
No,
not the same
Much
movie at
better
all.
director.
No, because it's the same lead actor though.
I would
very-
argue that Captain Phillips is a better movie. Than
Steadier
Sully,
camera
yeah.
hand at the
I like
very
it, though.
least.
Yeah.
I'll have to see.
Yeah,
Captain
Sully's like an okay movie. It's fine.
Well, it's-
Birdman.
The director
hates-
doesn't hold the camera either. It's the camera.
I know. So he doesn't like Birdman.
I need to see that
Said it won some awards. He just didn't get it. Either over
It
his
won
head.
Best Picture.
Yeah, it was the award.
I loved Birdman.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh.
That was the year that I didn't
I need
give a
to see
fuck about
Birdman.
movies.
I loved it. God, I love Birdman. Sorry, I'm sorry you didn't. My mom didn't get it either. She watched it with me and she was like, "Meh." And I was like, I loved it.
Yeah, he also
A lot
lists-
of it's the filmmaking aspect of Birdman, like the style and the fact that it doesn't really cut. It does hidden cuts if it cuts at all. And it's like this crazy story about a crazy actor going through a tough time with his career. And I dug the hell out of it. But I understand if that's a movie someone doesn't like.
Right.
There's a lot of movies I can see that being that way.
He speaking of Jason Bourne, he says he doesn't really like the Jason Bourne series. He said it's probably because he read the books, but he just couldn't get into the movies.
Yeah,
I've watched the first three.
I listened to a interview with the screenwriter. He said he didn't read the book at all.
What the fuck is a book?
Yeah, they had me adapt it, but I mean, they just talked about what they wanted in the movie. We didn't read the book at all.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
Skull Hottie says
one way to do
for him, it's a lot of the movies that somehow win Academy Awards despite being boring as hell. Also, the majority of superhero Marvel movies, to me, are just kind of
They get to be a little much.
They're not
Yeah.
bad and are enjoyable to see, but just seem really similar and nothing very new.
Yep.
Almost all animated movies. I just personally have trouble
Okay.
enjoying movies meant for family audiences, although I can admit there are definitely some great ones, but most I just find annoying.
It burns
that
the Craig.
bothers me.
It just sounds like he doesn't like any movies.
Yeah.
that's exactly what that sounds like. I don't like good movies, and I don't like
He doesn't
animated
like the big
movies.
superhero movies, which are, I guess, the big tentpole movies. So that's out for him. He doesn't like animated films, so that's out for him. He doesn't like any of the dramas, the boring dramas that the Best Picture nominees are. Right? He's stuck with Will Ferrell comedies.
Well, I got a
That's
good
all
one for you.
Skull Hottie
Casa
likes.
de Mi Padre is a good one.
Love Casa de Mi Padre.
Yeah, that's
God,
a good Will Ferrell.
The massaging of the ass with the chops.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
and then
great.
the replacement with the mannequin.
Yes.
Dylan actually voiced his opinion on this one. A few films that come to mind for him are La La Land, Jaws,
What?
Jurassic Park,
A lot of people.
Avatar, and almost every superhero movie. I can understand why people like these
Okay.
films, but they just aren't ones I particularly
I don't know
care
when the
for.
last time Dylan watched Jaws was. He was wrong then. He is wrong now.
Dude, you
Jaws-
just listed like every movie that
Jaws
Joe
is a
loves.
perfect movie. No, well, I love all those movies, yeah. But the Jaws one is the one that bugs me.
I think the Jurassic Park one bugs me more. Jaws is more important, but Jurassic Park, I mean. And La La Land I thought was great too.
Yeah.
I have not yet seen
It's
that. so-
okay to like a movie that someone else doesn't like.
Yeah, he says he hasn't seen Avatar for a few years, so his opinion may have changed on that one. I don't like Avatar that much either.
I don't either.
I think it's vastly overrated. It's a nice spectacle, but the story is Pocahontas, and Pocahontas is a shit Disney movie, so fuck Avatar.
Wow.
What? It's really boring.
That's an interesting
It's a really nice looking movie, though. It is. No, Pocahontas is awful, and they ripped off the story. Basically, it's like the same exact thing.
It's a lot like a few other
There's a
movies,
lot
too.
of movies that are kind of like that. I try not to think about how I feel about movies based upon
Other
audience
movies?
reception to it.
Well, audiences loved Avatar.
So no,
one of the highest grossing movies
audiences
ever.
right now have backlashed it, and because of it made too much money to be popular or to be liked. So I hear everybody in my peer group hate on Avatar, and I go, really? You're gonna hate on Avatar, but you're gonna go see the next superhero movie? And I'm telling you, Avatar
That's
has
fair.
more depth and is a better film than all of those Marvel movies, except for maybe Guardians of the Galaxy. I can't like objectively like I feel like maybe you're just thinking about too much about popular opinion and not actually your own experience watching the movie. It's like when you were watching the movie, how did you feel? And then once you left the theater and talked about it, how did you feel? I bet you enjoyed it when you watched that movie.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was like the greatest movie ever made. 'Cause
No,
it's not.
It's
just
not,
the most,
but it's a
one of
good.
those
I think
grossing
it's a
movies ever made.
decent summer blockbuster. Well, it was a winter blockbuster, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like a
I
3.
enjoyed it.
I think it's a 3-star movie. It's good. I don't think it's a bad movie. I don't shit on it. I just don't think it's as good as some people think it is, and I don't think it's as good as much money as it made. That's the. There's nothing else out.
I don't
and get that.
understand what the point is on shitting on a popular movie just because it's popular when in fact it's probably not bad. That's the thing that bugs the fuck out of me. I'm like, okay, you didn't think it was the greatest movie ever. You enjoyed your time at the theater, most likely. Or maybe you thought it was too long. That's probably the biggest complaint with Avatar.
It wasn't long.
Joe had to go to the bathroom 3 times during the film.
I watched it 3 times in the theater, but so I had the whole spectrum of it.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, it's a decent movie. Why shit on it? Just to shit on something that's popular or well received or something like that.
Maybe.
I don't know what is the goddamn point in that? What is the point in shitting on movies anyway?
Well,
Some
somebody
movies are
else just
shit.
said that they don't like the Academy Award winning ones.
Oh.
Like that just seems like you hate it because it's a good movie.
Well, I don't know. It just
Right?
sometimes it does get annoying when everyone talks about a movie that you just didn't really think was that awesome, but like everyone's seen it, so everyone talks about it, and it's maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the Monty Python thing. It's like, fuck, man, I don't want to hear about Monty Python anymore. Like, I haven't seen it yet, but I don't want to because I don't need to.
I'm not saying we don't all do it. I'm just
You're
saying
just wondering why.
I don't really care for it, and I'm wondering why we do it.
Well, and I mean, like with the situation with you and me in Interstellar, like that to me, it was because I was really invested in like the first 90% of the movie, and then I think the ending just took a giant shit on like my enjoyment level was just like severed in half. I still think it's a good movie. Like I don't
still think it's good, but
it's not great
instead
though.
of shitting on a shit movie,
I'm gonna shit on it for
you're
being
gonna
not
shit
an
on
incredible movie.
Interstellar for not being an amazing movie.
It was almost there. He had it. He had it in his grubby little fucking hands, and he dropped it.
I don't think he dropped
He
it.
dropped it with that bullshit ending that just ruins it. God.
Do you see though the insanity
There's no insanity.
There are bad movies out there, and we're like, what movie does everybody love that I have to shit on right now? Why?
Why would I go see a bad movie? Why would I go see a bad movie to shit on?
We watched that movie with Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence, which I was asked to bring up on this episode.
Oh, by who?
By Pixeledged.
Oh, Passengers. Huh? This is just
Passengers.
a film episode. By the way,
It's a film. And fuck it, I'll just end the thing. Okay, so Passengers, right? A lot of people were excited for the movie. Had some big stars.
Yeah, I wanted to see it. I did.
I wanted to see.
I didn't want to pay very much for it, but I did want to see it.
I thought the trailer looked good, and then I heard it had a shit Rotten Tomato score, and I was like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah,
I guess I'll wait.
Yeah.
And so I waited till Schweiss got the movie, rented it with his girlfriend, and they came over and we all watched it together.
Yeah.
Passengers. Okay. What did you get? What did you think about Passengers?
I thought it was. I really liked the concept of them being awake hundreds of years early, and I thought that was the coolest part. I feel like it was almost like what a lot of movies do when they try to have two stories. That's Jurassic Park 2, where like you have the plot line of her figuring out that he woke her up and then their drama. That would have been way cool as a movie. But then they throw in, the ship's going to break. And you're going to be dead before anybody notices.
That was the part that made them realize that, the small things don't matter. It's, the time they have.
But I liked, I don't know. That part felt wrong to me. I thought.
What felt wrong for me is having Morpheus on for 3 seconds.
Yeah, they pay him like God knows how much. And he's
Spoilers.
Lawrence Fishburne in there.
Yeah. And so he was on
He's
there.
not as
his
Morpheus,
whole
though.
role. His whole role.
That's disappointing.
So the whole movie was getting up to this point where then you hit this wall, and then he comes in just to push the plot forward one little small step, and then he's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was his whole thing.
Funny movie, though. There was
They
some
take
really
the
funny
red
parts.
pill or the blue pill then?
Just watch and find
Whatever.
out.
You don't even like.
They took the green.
I don't, but I could still fucking use it as a...
They took the green pill.
joke.
The green pill.
Okay.
There's a green pill now?
Yeah.
Here's my issue with the movie, and Schweiss, you're exactly right. So the problem with Passengers is that it's an amazing movie for the first half. And it's an amazing short film because that movie ends.
Like him being stranded is way cool.
And then halfway through the movie, like they said, another plot just supersedes everything else. And this other plot is an action movie plot.
Yeah.
That is not as interesting or thought-provoking or really that good. It was still watchable. So I'll give it that. It didn't go into cave troll territory. It wasn't that bad of a secondary plot, like in Batman v Superman. If anybody wants to know what I meant by cave troll.
Oh Jesus!
It's not that bad of a secondary plot that takes over the movie, but it feels like it was a first draft of someone at the studio being like, "Oh, we need something that they do at the end to do a big explosion thing."
Yeah.
And what they had was this very interesting concept about loneliness and humanity
and being around all of these people, but they're asleep.
So good for the first half.
It was like a fucked up Castaway where everybody's like hibernating around you, and you're gonna die before they wake up. So you're really alone, but you're not because there's all these people. Yeah. But then, like Joe said, they made it an action thing at the end.
It's a moral question. Do you strand someone with you?
It could have been one of the greatest films of all time if they had focused on that first half. It could have honestly, they could have done a plot where she wakes up and it's on her thing, and then she finds out that he woke her up. Like, that could have been the whole plot for the whole fucking movie. It would have been great.
Yeah.
And they only used it for the first half, and then they get all. It just doesn't. It just fell.
Yeah.
It was sad.
I was crazy because I was really into it in the first bit. I was like, what are people talking about?
Why does everybody shit on this movie? It's
and
found
then
it out.
Yeah. It's like, oh boy.
It was still watchable though. Like, it wasn't an unwatchable movie.
No.
In that second half.
And in the second half, unlike Batman and Superman, didn't take another 60 minutes. It wasn't a 2-hour, 40-minute fucking movie where there are literally 2 movies in the movie. There's
run 3 movies in that movie.
It was only a couple hours, so it was okay.
Like
Dude, I watched the full 3-hour one.
I watched the long one,
and it was-
whichever one that one is.
Yeah, it's the extended.
yeah.
Is there a third movie in there?
Well, that's my review is only based on that one.
Oh, okay.
So-
I saw the theatrical one.
I heard it was better, so I watched that one.
I don't know because
Decent.
I haven't
I
seen
thought it
the
was
theatrical one, but
and then a cave troll came in.
yeah, just fucking I don't know.
And it's like, this could have
Something
been
straight out of
its
Lord of
own
the
movie.
Rings.
It was
just
funny.
fucking
It was
appeared.
two opposite movies. Cause like any scene with Wonder Woman in it had almost nothing to do with Batman or Superman
Yeah.
fighting each other.
She
Yeah.
like didn't need to be in the
like
movie
she did.
at all.
It's like,
So there
hey,
was the scenes with Wonder Woman building up to the scene where they see a bunch of clips of other movies, and then
fucking worst way to introduce
Uh,
people, by the way.
Yeah.
and
Let's
then
throw this in.
Lex Luthor bringing a cave troll into the mix.
Yeah,
like
and
that's
then-
a separate goddamn movie.
Yeah.
yeah, and then the fucking dream sequence like previewing another movie.
Oh, yeah. There were
man.
way too many dream sequences, period, in that fucking movie. It's like, oh, is this real or is this another one of his fucking dreams? It's like a dream sequence within dream sequence. Swear to God.
I think the thing with DC, at least with that movie, I didn't see Suicide Squad. It's like you're trying to set up your universe, but the thing that Marvel did was they just made movies
Yeah.
Yeah,
about
they just-
themselves. You know,
Yeah.
just one movie, and
Yeah.
then they put a little teaser after the credits.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
They,
I was-
yeah,
I
they,
was just
they made
barely
the
saying that.
universe.
did the same thing
I was
with
just
Kong
barely
Skull
telling
Island.
Caleb this today.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just barely telling him the exact same shit today. That each superhero got their own nice treatment, and it was slow
its own-
fucking build up. It was a
its
slow
own thing.
build up.
Yeah.
Yep, they're building their universe, introducing the characters for like the big movies like the Avengers where they come together.
Yeah.
And then DC is like, hey, we're going to have this one movie where we shove in like 7,000
And then DC is like, oh,
storylines
fuck, we gotta catch up.
Trying
Yeah,
to catch, They're trying to catch up
Yeah.
like 3 years of movies into
Yeah.
one fucking movie.
I know,
and
yeah.
it does not work.
And see,
in
with
any way.
with Marvel, it's like, oh, they're like they were hinting at it for years, and everyone's just getting super fucking excited about it for years before it actually fucking happens.
Yeah, they instantly gratify it in a very ungratifying way of him finding a computer with files.
With some video
I was
files.
like, God, I think they just came to him and were like, hey guys, we need to introduce the other characters. And they're like, oh.
We need to do our big Justice League thing. How could we get there as fast as fucking possible?
Yeah, and it's like, just wait. People will go see your
like
fucking
Man of
movies.
Steel had his own movie though, right?
yeah.
Okay, but Batman did not.
Yep.
Yeah,
Batman
no,
doesn't
he
get his own.
doesn't.
And then when they were versing, they didn't even get their own fucking movie. They
No,
got
because
they got half a movie.
They fight for like 2 seconds, and it's like, hey, Wonder Woman needs help fighting the cave troll.
Oh my god, God, that ending is so bad.
Yeah.
But I liked that movie. I thought it was.
Shinra also asks what
I
everyone.
liked Batman v Superman. I didn't like the Cave Troll sequel.
Yeah, I think it was a
Cave Troll
great.
sequel.
Yeah. Shinra also asks if we have seen Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen the first one.
I've
I don't know.
seen, I think, the first 2.
I've seen all of them.
I
I enjoyed them. They are definitely my favorite of the whole dystopian teenager coming of age type thing.
Yeah, we know it's not a cave troll,
I hate.
Alistair. It's
I
a super
hate.
boss. In
What's the
universe.
other one? What's the other series about dystopian teenagers? What's it called?
Battle Royale.
Royale.
No.
I was
shit.
like, fuck you if
Like
you hate
there's,
that.
Dude, the Japanese one, Battle Royale, is exactly Hunger Games.
It's
except
fucking
better.
awesome.
Okay, I haven't seen
yeah.
it, but I'm thinking about
and came out 10 years before.
the one
Yeah.
where the girl
Before the
she's
book, too.
okay. So there's the story where the girl she's different than the rest, and they do this one test, but she can't be different than the rest in that way.
Divergent?
Divergent. I
Yeah.
hate the fuck out
I
of
was
that
a
show.
guess. I've never seen that movie.
That movie was not
And
great.
so, of
book
the
is
teenager
way
coming of
better.
age dystopian thing, where it's a love story /
Battle Royale's the
dystopian
best.
thing, I haven't seen
Battle Royale is the best.
You haven't seen?
No.
Oh fuck! I gave it to Parker to borrow. I'm gonna have to get it back from him.
Dude, Battle Royale is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I thought the first Hunger Game movie was okay though.
Yeah,
But
I
Hunger
enjoyed
Games, I like Hunger Games the most, but I still can't quite get that into it. is the
I
thing.
enjoyed it. I didn't like the CGI dogs at the
I
end.
mean, I like
but
Jennifer Lawrence. It's just,
I know you like Jennifer Lawrence.
do.
a lot.
Dude, you just like Jennifer Lawrence.
I
do.
Yeah.
I don't think you like the movie. I think you like Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
that may be a part of why I like the movie. Yeah.
There you go.
I know. Yeah. When I was watching Passengers, I was joking. Like, I was like, I wonder what he's going to think when he comes across the Scarlett Johansson pod, and he's like, "Fuck, no." Like, just sends the other chick out into space. He's like, yes.
And Margot Robbie's also there, and
Yeah.
it's like,
All right, we need to.
wait, Margot Robbie or Scarlett Johansson?
No,
Yeah.
shit. No. It's like both. Oh yeah, exactly.
Wait, why
and then the
choose?
twist, but then the twist is that they're into each other instead of him.
Oh yeah, that's the plot twist at the end. Battle Royale is God, Jake says. Why do you... Okay. Abrac hates Grease. Can't believe it's so popular. He's not anti-musical.
Grease is all right.
He likes Little Shop of Horrors, Sweeney Todd, and Les Mis with Jeffrey Rush, but fuck Grease. I haven't seen Grease either. Froth hates Kevin Spacey. I don't know why. Kevin Spacey's fucking awesome.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait till the next season of House of Cards comes
I
out.
knew you were gonna fucking bring it up. I just knew it.
I
I just
love
felt
it.
you.
Are you behind in House of Cards?
I
Is
think
that why
I
you said
might
that?
be either that or the fourth season is that forgettable.
I have never watched a single episode of that show.
Watch the first season. It's
Yeah.
great. The first season is like some of like the best television I've seen. It's like up there with the others.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see, Frozen overrated by Nomiko. Crash. She hates Crash so much it's painful.
The 2006 Crash or which Crash?
She just says
assume
Crash.
the 2006 Crash.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a movie I love that a lot of people fucking hate on now, including Felicia. Despite the fact that it won Best Picture, it has had a huge backlash since it did so. It was generally seen as the
shoe-in Best Picture.
as the shoe-in Best Picture nominee. Not the shoe-in Best Picture. No, that's wrong. It was like the oh, congratulations, this little movie got nominated for Best Picture. That's so nice. It was one of those. It was like Brooklyn.
Okay.
And imagine if Brooklyn won
Yeah,
Best Picture.
it's one of the worst ones that was nominated.
Okay,
yeah.
so it's what it was against Brokeback Mountain, which is a masterpiece and was also very like politically kind of popular, right? Because it was the big gay cowboy movie. Also, Capote was really well received. I haven't seen Capote myself yet. I want to, and I read the script and I didn't watch the movie. And Crash just like was Ang Lee won Best Director for Brokeback Mountain, so everybody thought Brokeback Mountain was going to win, and then Crash wins Best Picture. Now Roger Ebert did put Crash on his top movies of the year, and he argued that it was in fact the best movie of the year. Although I do think Brokeback Mountain is better, it is a hard
decision.
It is a hard decision for me because I liked Crash a lot. I fucking bawled my eyes out. I don't know if you've seen Crash, Craig. I always look at you when we're talking.
I don't think. I don't think.
Okay, so there's a scene where a big thing happens.
A big thing.
And I cried my eyes out watching
that
that
a lot,
goddamn
though.
movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
but this
All right.
movie was really powerful.
All right, look, I teared up at Crash, and I don't tear up for shit.
Okay, well there you go. Caleb Schweiss
It was
cried
intense,
at the end of
like-
Crash.
It's not the end.
It's close. Somewhere there.
There's a scene that happens in Crash that is just amazing. And I cannot be a Crash hater. I agree that maybe it shouldn't have won Best Picture, but I own Crash. I love Crash. I do not understand the hate for Crash. I think a lot of people think it's like, oh, it's so obvious that it's about racism. Like, did you not watch the goddamn movie? It was about way more than that.
Yeah.
It was way more intricate and way more subtle than the theme could ever be.
Well, I mean, the same thing happens now, though. I see reviews for fucking Moonlight, and it's like, a modern day look at African American culture and upbringing, and I'm like, well, yeah, like partly, but it's like way more than that. It's like way deeper.
part of it. It's like
That's like-
very small part of it.
Yeah, that's like if you had what 2 lines can sum up some of the movie. It's like that, and I'm like, well,
Moonlight's
sure,
about a dozen things.
yeah, same with Crash.
I was the same
deep.
with Crash. The fucking the guy from Tarzan, I just forgot his name. Brendan Fraser, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His role in Crash is like, the little arc with him is incredible. It's like it's a huge movie about a billion different people with a billion different problems and how they relate to each other. I don't understand the hate for Crash. I really don't. I love Paul Haggis too, the filmmaker who made it. I love him.
Yeah, I think if any should piss you off, it should be that damn Shakespeare in Love. Only because it beat out.
Shakespeare in Love. Even that, I still liked that movie.
Yeah, I do too.
I watched Shakespeare
thought
in
it was
Love, and I
funny.
was like, I can't allow myself to just hate this movie because other people don't like it because it won Best Picture against a movie that was far superior.
Yeah, no, I agree.
All
What
right.
did it beat?
Shakespeare in Love. A lot of fun to watch. It was a funny movie. It was a lot of fun to watch. It beat
Saving Private
Ryan.
which is one of the best movies ever, right? So I'm watching it and I'm like, hey, this is a good movie. I had fun with Shakespeare in Love, but I'm like, I can't believe this thing won against Saving Private Ryan. Like, that movie's amazing. Like, it's so fucking good.
It was that year with Shakespeare in Love, Saving Private Ryan, and The Thin Red Line.
Yeah. It's like,
So
fuck.
and Thin Red Line, I would say, is also like a masterpiece. I think the other two that were nominated, I don't think were that big of a deal because I can't remember them right now. So those were like it was Thin Red Line and Saving Private, both World War II movies. Oddly, they're both amazing. I can't.
I wonder how many
one.
favors the director of Shakespeare in Love had to do for that.
Apparently, that year there was a huge campaign for Shakespeare in Love. So Bob Weinstein, the person who produced it, is a very famous producer in Hollywood for pushing his movies to get Best Picture nominees. And they claim that it was his work on advertising
They pushed it to the.
that pushed Shakespeare in Love to win Best Picture. That's what they claim.
I don't like that.
People
I think
had
the
to
movie
still
should
vote
be.
on it, but-
I think that the vote should be for the movie that they really think is the best, not the one that had the best campaign.
It should be, but I mean, it's the same with any sort of election, any sort of contest.
Well, yeah, I know, but you know what really still shits me off? The fact that fucking Princess Kaguya lost to fucking Big Hero 6.
That one bugs me.
That bugs the fucking shit out of
And
me.
you know it's only because Big Hero 6 was like a hit.
Yeah.
It wasn't because Big Hero 6 was... I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Put that first.
Yeah, Big Hero 6
I
is a
enjoyed
good movie.
Big Hero 6 a lot. It was not even on the same playing field.
No, it was a piece of shit compared to Kaguya.
It's like Big Hero 6, fun popcorn movie. Kaguya, incredible work of art.
Yeah, and
That's-
it's like they
that's what
both
you're
have
dealing with.
like a sort of Japanese kind of theme, and the one that was
one is
made by
very
Americans fucking won.
That one really bugged me. Frozen winning against The Wind Rises also bugged me,
Yeah,
but not as bad. Kaguya, though, I'm like, I can't think of a better movie in the animation field.
Dude,
That's
Kaguya
better
could have
than
competed for like Best Picture in general.
It should have.
Yeah, and
But it didn't have a big enough release to get that kind of steam behind it. But still.
and Isao has never won.
Isao
I want
never
Isao to win.
Yep. He'll never win because he's too old. But
Fuck you, people. Fuck you for snubbing Isao.
Well, it's funny because a lot of times they do just give it to people who have been part of it for a long time, which is part of the problem, is why some of these movies win. And a lot
I don't
of
think they
people-
see it as an Isao movie. I think they see it as a Ghibli movie. So Ghibli won 2002. They won for Spirited Away.
Yeah,
I like that movie actually a lot.
Okay.
Spirited Away.
Shakespeare
Yeah,
in
it's a good
Love.
movie.
Oh my God. Shakespeare in Love won against Elizabeth, which I can understand. But it also won against Life is Beautiful,
It won against Life is Beautiful and
Saving Private Ryan, and The Thin Red Line. Shakespeare in Love, which is a good movie.
Ultimate comeback.
Okay,
Won
Weinstein.
against, unless people were just split between Life is Beautiful and Saving Private Ryan and Thin Red Line, all World War II movies. Two Elizabethan. Oh wait, Elizabeth is that okay? Is Elizabeth the Elizabeth?
Like, I almost
I'm thinking
cried
of?
during Life is Beautiful.
Okay, I'm pretty sure Weinstein just had to give out a few hand jobs, if you know what I mean. Under the table winking on some people for the votes, because
So we got two costume English dramas against three World War II movies.
intensely powerful
World War II movies.
Yeah,
Shakespeare in Love won. Oh my God! Wow! I didn't remember Life is Beautiful was nominated that year.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's insane. Okay, I'm just gonna ixnay whatever fucking stupid plan I had for this episode. I'll wait till next week.
No, we can continue. Just make it a super ass long episode.
I don't mind.
This time on the Video Game Podcast, we talk about movies.
You know, I don't.
Completely ignore video games.
I'm on this show. That's what that is. I am on the show. My default mode is movie talk.
Yeah, movies.
Yeah, movies are great.
Yeah, they are
We
great.
got to do a video game based on a movie vote soon.
We do.
Or
In fact, like right now.
a video game based on
Another form of media.
another form of media. I can't believe we talked for so fucking long. Okay, all right.
That was just for like questions,
It
too.
was a question, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a question about shitting on movies, which I'm not a big fan of, but I mean, I was a big fan of for a long time, but in recent years, I'm trying to be less of a fucking critic.
Yeah, it's rough, but
It's hard to be like, okay, I'm just gonna go to the movie and enjoy myself no matter what, unless it's The Fountain.
And then you'll just hate
I'll
on
tell
it.
you what, no, fucking The Fountain. Both okay. So my producer on Emmanuel's song and my cinematographer both
Yeah.
love The Fountain.
yeah.
Oh, man.
And we tag team shit on them the other day because they were like, oh, they thought I was like siding with them. And I was like, The Fountain, people who love the deep philosophies in The Fountain are also people who watch The Big Bang Theory and think they're smart because of it. They're not, and it's not. It's just a waste.
I think The Fountain's probably about 4 feet deep.
Yeah.
It's not like I mean, there's some depth.
Yeah, it's not the worst movie ever, but it's definitely the worst movie by Aaron Aronofsky I've ever seen. I haven't seen Noah yet.
I haven't seen Noah either, but but God, The Fountain is just.
It's worse than Pi, and you can almost not even see Pi half the
I
time.
love Darren Aronofsky, so I just want to preface with that. I love Darren. Darren, I love you. The Fountain is not good.
Yeah.
And I know that the studio fucked with you a lot, and maybe The Fountain would have been a different movie if they didn't. But it was just, or if you had a bigger budget, like I know your budget was cut in half, it's, and maybe it would do a better job now. But it was not a good movie. It was like super melodramatic.
Yeah.
And it was like to the point where I wanted to gag in my throat because it was like too melodramatic, like felt uncomfortable.
Too much.
And then there was fucking space yoga.
Space yoga?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
he's just in space. And
It's
he's doing
space yoga and space tai chi. That's
Yeah.
what it is. So imagine that. No, he's on this floating orb with the tree of life.
Yeah.
And the orb is floating into space. Hugh Jackman doing tai chi in space. That's 1/3 of the movie. Okay,
That's 1/3 of the movie.
I swear to fucking God, that is 1/3 of the movie. The other third of the movie is his wife dying of cancer.
I think so. Something.
I think
like
so, and like the heartbreak that they have over it. So there's a shitload of crying in it, and like, she's gonna die. There's a lot of that, and then there's another plot line that comes out of my left ass cheek, which is Hugh Jackman as a Spanish explorer.
that. Yeah, some conquistador motherfucker.
Looking for the key to immortality or looking for El Dorado. It's
Yeah, he's looking for the. It's the fucking Fountain of Youth.
Fountain of
basically.
Youth, that's
Yeah,
right.
I think that is what they're looking for
he looks for the Fountain of Youth.
to save his wife, and it's that's a
Those
book.
are the 3 plot lines, and only
Space tai chi.
one of
Cancer.
them is a plot. By the way, the only 3 plot lines. They just merge together. They intercut between all 3 of those.
And I'm pretty sure the Conquistador one wasn't that him like writing a book, or am I confusing that with another movie?
I think you're confusing that with another movie.
Or his wife's book? I think that was his wife's book.
Something, yeah.
It was, dude. It was. It's fucking ridiculous.
And on top of that, it looks really cheap too, because it was like they tried to do a $90 million movie and it was a $30 million movie. And so like the Spanish Conquistador stuff doesn't look that good. Like it looks like they're on a set. It's kind of cardboardy. And then it's sad. That part's kind of just sad as a film. Like, he wanted to do more than that. And then, I mean, the CGI is okay, I guess, when he's going through space on his space orb thing. And there's some like there's some cool effects when he like gets to the Fountain of Youth, and then the plant like comes out of his stomach and shit like that. That happens.
Chest burster.
It's like it's like if 2001: A Space Odyssey had this shitty melodramatic plot line.
So what? Like if the baby in space was doing Tai Chi.
If the baby was doing Tai Chi and then HAL 9000 was dying of cancer and everybody was crying over it.
And then Dave was a Spanish conquistador.
And there was a Spanish conquistador plot line intermixed. But he was trying to do an emotional 2001. And it just... Ooh, it's not good.
Not that 2001 has much of a plot, but it at least has one plot.
It does have one plot right in the middle.
And then 30 minutes of silence on either end. Or no speak, at least. No dialogue. It's just...
And that's why I can understand if someone doesn't like 2001, because it's not really a movie in the classical sense.
Yeah.
Fountain, I can't understand the love for that movie. And I tried to love it. I watched it. I rented it for the first time, just trying to be like, I'm going to be one of the people who enjoys this movie. Because it's deep. No.
Not even a little bit?
Nope. Not
it's ankle deep. It's cankle deep.
Which part did you lose it at? The space Tai Chi?
The first scene with the Spanish conquistador. I was like, this is out of nowhere. This is like it's modern drama, space dude, Spanish conquistador.
What the fuck?
One of these does not fit at all.
I don't think any of them fit in any way.
Oh, I can take the
modern in space.
It's metaphorical, okay? The spaceman is metaphorical.
Yeah, I got it.
So I can understand the spaceman. And I know that the Spanish conquistador is also supposed to be metaphorical. But it just like... What did Darren smoke? he was like, Spanish conquistador
is the final plot.
And no one stopped
and wrote that in final draft, and they were like, yeah, we'll give you $35 million for the Spanish conquistador Spaceman Cancer movie.
That is a very strange description of a
I'm
movie.
telling you, you're going to watch that movie and be like, that description is apt.
I don't think I'm going to watch that movie.
You got to watch it. You got to watch it, though.
I have to watch it.
You need an opinion on this movie.
I need an opinion on the garbage
Just
space
like you need an opinion
movie.
on blue is the warmest color.
I do have an opinion on that. I'm the only one who's watched it aside from you.
Okay, good. And it's a good movie, though, right?
Yeah, it's
not a porno.
There was a lot of sex, but it's not a porno.
And it was an amazing film.
Yeah,
it was good. Fucking great. God. But The Fountain is not.
No.
But you still need to watch it because it's like a movie that... I don't know why, dude. I don't know why. Oh, my God. I'm surrounded by people who love The Fountain.
Yeah.
I'm like, Anyway. All right. There's one. At least a lot of people in my peer group like
I was going to say, I don't think it's like loved overall.
In the film studies program, it seems to be loved by the students.
Yeah.
This movie seems like it's deep, so we're going to profess a love to it just so we seem deep ourselves.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's the Big Bang Theory effect. So it is. Like everyone at work watches it out in the break room, and I'm like, people, first of all, there are way funnier shows. I don't know if you should watch them here, but there are. And second of all,
are they still watching that in the break room?
Yes, sometimes it's on. It's either that or like the Boss show where they like go try to pitch ideas to a board, and they like
Shark Tank.
That one, yeah.
That's actually a cool show.
Yeah. It's fine, but like when every once in a while they just revert back to that Big Bang Theory. They can't resist. I'm like, Jesus, guys, what?
I haven't worked there for like 2 years, but I remember everybody fucking watching that show like in the break room at lunch.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's annoying. There's better shows. Come on.
So Zestiria.
Moving back to games.
Either be beat next week or the week after.
next week. We're gonna waterboard him if he doesn't get a beat.
I would just waste my time when I could be playing Zestiria.
True.
Waterboard him
He's
while
going to be
playing Zestiria.
drowned instead of finishing. It's an awful trade-off.
Anyway, we've gone way too long on this
Gotta-
one question from Shinru.
Yeah, got one more thing I want to do real quick. Thank you. Shout out to Douglas Hopkins for his recent $10 pledge on Patreon. Thanks a lot, man. Also, I'm going to try to send off all those stickers because we finally got them to all of you guys who have earned them. We have, like we said before, tweet Joe or I, and we'll just send you a shitload of the Season 1 and Season 2 Nude Clan stickers, and you guys can just put them everywhere you want. Kind of want to do an old school movement where you just put stickers everywhere, and it's like this underground thing. It sounds really cool to do. It would have been cooler at the year we were born, but it still works this day. So, yeah.
If people
So he donated
people will look up
$10?
from their phones
Yeah.
and look at the
So he's going to be
graffiti.
picking our next game.
He's gonna
Or
be
a next
able
game.
to pick one of the games. Yeah.
We should add like another Patreon goal that's like $15. It's like to force Cam to watch an anime.
I talked about having user specific Patreon goals so they could force one of us to do something because they know we hate it. I think that would be a lot of
I'll
fun.
watch The Fountain again.
Armored Core for Joe.
Yeah, Joe just wants to play Armored Core for the rest
Armored
of his life.
Core podcast. That's what we.
Oh, don't even say things like that.
There's only like 6 of them. I mean, it wouldn't take us that long.
No, there's like 6 point whatever because we
they
played
have, like-
Armored Core 4 answer.
Okay,
you know what's funny?
So
They
there's
say-
1 through 3, and then there's 4, and then its sequel, and then there's 5 and its sequel.
Okay,
so there
so-
isn't a 6th one yet,
So there's 7 games then.
but yes, there's 7 games.
That's nothing. We could do an Armored Core podcast. I'm kidding. I'm not doing an Armored Core podcast. It'd probably be one of the only ones, though.
It would be the only one.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
You don't know.
Dude, Legend of Zelda didn't really have anything.
That's
I'm
true.
pretty sure Armored Core doesn't have
That is
shit.
very true. So the next series of games that we need you guys to choose for us happens to be 8 weeks from now. We're going to do a video game based on another form of media. And our nominees are as follows. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the Game Boy Advance wonder.
Hell yeah!
Oh, man.
Come on, guys, get excited for that one.
no.
Yeah.
Vote,
Not
vote
really.
for Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets Game Boy Advance, please, God. Such a fun game.
No,
Shadow of Mordor. I'm going to try to get that one in again. I was thinking Third Age, but Joe didn't want to do another RPG.
That was super long.
It's only like 24 hours. It's not super
yeah, it's
long.
not that bad.
This one we're
That's
on
too
now is
long for Joe.
40.
It's too long for me right now.
Anything that's over 5 hours, Joe honestly almost shits himself.
Yeah. We've got Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. A good nominee there. A game I've always been interested in playing.
Jedi Academy.
And Star Wars Bounty Hunter. So doubling down on the Star Wars this round. You guys go ahead and check out the
There's only one vote that matters. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
the one vote
Game
that
Boy
it'll get
Advance.
from you.
Hell
It'll
yeah.
matter a lot. Make sure you click on this week's episode on nudeclan.net to see the poll and cast your vote. And we'll see what wins next week, and we will start out our journey on the next video game based on another form of media. Always excited to do these.
Okay, well, you guys can go check out this show at nudeclan.net. You can support the show by going to Patreon if you so desire. You can click on that Patreon link and get some cool goals and force us to play games that take us a little longer than we wanted to. But we'll get there. We will, in fact, play the games. So we'll get there. There's an Amazon link that you can click through and buy your Amazon stuff on. We'll get a small kickback as well. And a PayPal link if you so desire. You can tweet me at Joseph DeGillier.
Me and Obsidian Bob.
me at Nude Clan Cam.
Me at UFF Podcast.
Our Facebook is facebook.com/Nude Clan Podcast. It's Nude spelled N-E-W-D. And twitch.tv, where we do the episodes live. Twitch.tv/Nude Clan Gaming, and a couple other shows, Ultimate Final Fantasy, which you know about already, the Godzilla podcast, and then what was it?
I don't know, something where they read fan
don't
fiction.
know.
Occasionally, they
I
kind
don't-
of slack
I don't
some
know.
weeks, though.
Sometimes Cave's just like, not today.
It's the super sexy swinging fan fiction, the spin-off show from Ultima Final Fantasy.
There you
Check that
go.
out as well.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Enjoy the nude.
May the lists go on.
Live always in the nudes.
Fuck the fountain.
Yeah!